Conventionally attractive people, what's the worst thing you've experienced due to your looks? I was 24 and working as a receptionist at Summit Dental in my hometown. People always told me I was pretty, like my whole life. Teachers, aunts, random old ladies at grocery stores. You could be a model. With that face, you'll never have problems. I smiled and said thanks, but honestly, it never felt like the advantage everyone said it was. One Tuesday morning, I was restocking floss samples in the waiting room when the front door slammed open. 3 police officers walked in, 2 men and 1 woman. They looked right at me. Emily Grant? The older cop asked. Yeah, that's me. Is everything okay? He pulled out handcuffs. You're under arrest for grand theft. Turn around, please. I laughed. Like, actually laughed because I thought it was some kind of mistake or prank. But nobody else was laughing. The hygienist dropped her clipboard. Patients were staring. My boss came running out of his office. There has to be some mistake, I said. My voice was shaking now. No mistake. Turn around. They cuffed me right there in front of everyone. My coworkers, my boss, Mrs. Chen, who came in every 3 months for cleanings. They walked me out past the big glass windows where people could see everything. I was crying and trying to explain, but they just kept saying I had the right to remain silent. At the station, they threw me in a small white room with a table and 2 chairs. The female officer sat across from me with a laptop. She turned it around so I could see the screen. It was security footage from a mall. Some fancy place with marble floors and big store logos everywhere. A woman walked into a designer handbag store. She had long dark hair like mine. Same height. She was wearing jeans and a black jacket. She grabbed 3 purses off a display and just walked out. The footage was super clear. You could see her face perfectly, and it looked exactly like me. That's not me, I said immediately. I've never been to that mall. Where even is that? Westfield Plaza. About 80 miles north, the male cop said. And that's definitely you. It's not. I was at work that day, whatever day that was. The female officer leaned back and crossed her arms. The theft happened last Wednesday at 2:15 in the afternoon. You're telling me you weren't there? I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I was at the clinic. She smirked. You think your face is gonna get you out of this? Pretty girls steal too, sweetheart. I felt like I was going to throw up. They didn't believe me. They thought I was lying just because the woman in the video looked like me. They printed out screenshots from the footage and put them next to my driver's license photo. I had to admit it looked bad. Same nose, same eyebrows, same everything. They locked me up. Actual jail. I got 1 phone call and I used it to call my mom. She was hysterical. She kept asking what happened, and I didn't even know how to explain it. I spent 3 days in a holding cell with 5 other women. One of them asked what I was in for, and when I told her, she just laughed and said, "Sure, babe." On the 3rd day, my coworker Jamie finally got through to someone. She'd been trying to tell the police that I was at work during the robbery. She brought in the sign-in logs, appointment records, everything. I'd checked in 14 patients that Wednesday afternoon. There was no way I could have been 80 miles away stealing purses. They finally let me go. No apology, just, you're free to leave. But the damage was already done. Someone had leaked my mugshot online. It was all over Facebook. Local pages were sharing it with captions like, "Even the hot ones are criminals," and "Pretty face can't hide an ugly heart." People I went to high school with were commenting, laughing, making jokes. I went back to work the next Monday and everyone was weird. Patients would stare at me in the waiting room and whisper to each other. One guy asked if I was the girl from the news. My boss called me into his office and said maybe I should take some time off until things cooled down. He said it was for my own good. I knew what that meant. I was fired. I deleted my dating apps because matches completely stopped. Guys who'd messaged me before were unmatching. I stopped going to the grocery store in town because people recognized me. My mom said I should sue somebody, but I didn't even know who. The police? The mall? Facebook? 4 months later, my mom called me freaking out. She'd seen an article online. The real thief had been caught. Her name was Angela Hayes. She was 28 and trying to be an actress. She'd been arrested trying to steal from another store in a different city.